The hidden danger, understanding stroke. Hello, my dear friends. Today, I want to talk to you about something quiet, something that hides in the shadows of our everyday life. It doesn't knock on the door. It doesn't give a warning. And yet, it can change everything in just a single heartbeat. I'm talking about stroke, the silent danger that often catches us off guard. Have you ever known someone who was completely fine one day, and then suddenly couldn't move one side of their body? Or maybe they woke up unable to speak clearly, unable to smile evenly, unable to remember who they were. It's heartbreaking, and it happens more often than we realize. But here's something important to remember. Stroke is not a punishment. It's not just something that happens because of age. It's a signal, a wake-up call, reminding us to care for this beautiful, hard-working body that has carried us through life. Let me share a story with you. A dear friend of mine, Margaret, 68 years old, bright, joyful, full of life. She used to walk every morning, loved her garden, and rarely missed her cup of green tea at sunrise. But as time went on, life got busier. She began skipping her morning walks, staying up late to watch TV and saying, "I'm fine, I feel strong. I've been healthy all my life." One morning, her husband heard a loud noise in the kitchen. He found her on the floor, conscious, but her words didn't come out right. One side of her face had dropped. It was a stroke. They were lucky. He got her to the hospital quickly, and she survived. But it took months of therapy for her to speak clearly again, to walk, to smile. Later, Margaret told me something that stayed with me. She said, "The signs were there, but I ignored them. My body whispered, but I didn't listen, until it screamed." Her words made me think deeply, because stroke rarely appears out of nowhere. It's often the result of years of small neglects. Too much salt, too little movement, too many worries, too little rest. Our body talks to us every single day, through our heartbeat, our breath, our energy, our sleep. But we often brush it off, don't we? We say, "Just a little tired," or "It's just age." But our body isn't our enemy. It's our most loyal friend, always sending gentle signals before things go wrong. So, the first step in preventing stroke isn't about medicine. It's about awareness. It's about listening. Because when we listen early, we can change the story before it changes us. Now, let's take a slow, gentle look at what stroke really is, not as doctors, but as friends trying to understand our own bodies. A stroke happens when blood flow to the brain is blocked. That's called an ischemic stroke. Or when a blood vessel bursts. That's called a hemorrhagic stroke. Your brain, the command center of your entire being, suddenly stops receiving oxygen, and within minutes, brain cells begin to die. That's why doctors often say, time lost is brain lost. But instead of living in fear, let's focus on hope. Because the truth is, most strokes are preventable. And prevention doesn't mean perfection. It means small, consistent acts of care. Let's begin with the first one, movement. You don't need to run marathons. You just need to move, gently, regularly, with love for your body. Walk to the garden. Stretch while you wait for your tea to brew. Do small circles with your arms. Dance a little while you cook. Every small motion keeps your blood flowing, your heart strong, and your mind alive. When you sit still for too long, your blood thickens, your pressure rises, and the tiny vessels that feed your brain begin to narrow. So, move because you can. Each step is not just exercise, it's gratitude in motion. Next comes eating with kindness. Your plate can be your medicine or your slow poison. Think of your meals as daily opportunities to nurture life. Add color to your plate. Green from vegetables, orange from fruits, brown from whole grains. Choose foods that still look like they came from the earth. Reduce salt. Not to punish yourself, but to give your heart and arteries peace. And when you eat, slow down. Taste each bite. Be grateful for it. That gratitude alone, that moment of mindfulness, calms your heart and helps your body digest better. Remember, it's not about being strict, it's about being kind, because food is not just fuel. It's love that you give to your body 3 times a day. The next one may surprise you. Rest. So many people believe rest is laziness, but rest is healing. When you sleep, your blood pressure lowers, your heart rests, and your brain cleans itself, literally. During deep sleep, your brain flushes out toxins and resets for a new day. If you don't rest enough, your body lives under constant stress, and stress is like rust, silent, invisible, but slowly damaging from within. So tonight, give yourself permission to rest. Turn off your screens, dim the lights, let your body do its quiet work of renewal. You deserve it. And then there's something we often overlook: the storms inside our mind. Stress doesn't show on the outside, but inside. It can be as dangerous as cholesterol. When you're angry or anxious, your heart races, your blood vessels tighten, and over time, they wear out. So if you want to protect your brain, you must also protect your peace. Find calm in small ways. Sit by the window, watch the clouds. Listen to the sound of the rain or gentle music, or simply breathe, deeply, slowly, intentionally, because peace of mind is not a luxury, it's medicine. Now, let's talk about something that can truly save a life: recognizing a stroke when it happens. There's a simple way to remember it: F.A.S.T. Face. Ask the person to smile. Does one side droop? Arms. Ask them to raise both arms. Does one drift downward? S. Speech. Is their speech slurred or strange? T. Time. If you see any of these signs, call emergency services immediately. Every minute matters. Quick action can mean the difference between full recovery and lifelong disability. So, don't hesitate even if you're not sure. Act fast, because time truly is brain, and yet, even when we do everything right, sometimes stroke still happens. That's when we must remember one simple truth. We cannot control everything, but we can always prepare our hearts to face it. Recovery takes patience, courage, and love. I've seen people relearn how to walk, to speak, to smile, one small step at a time. They may move slower than before, but often they live deeper than ever, because after a storm, the air is always clearer. Think of your body as a beloved home. You've lived in it for decades. Would you ignore a leaky roof or a cracked wall? Of course not. Taking care of your body isn't vanity. It's gratitude. Every heartbeat, every breath, every sunrise your eyes still see, that's your body saying, "I'm still here. I'm still working for you." When you care for your health, you're not just preventing stroke. You're honoring the gift of being alive. Before we close, I want to share one last story. There's a man named Thomas, 72 years old. He had a stroke 2 years ago. At first, he was angry, frustrated, even ashamed. He couldn't use his right hand. His words came slowly, but one morning, sitting in his garden, he watched a small bird drinking from a fountain, and he said to his daughter, "Maybe I needed this to slow down and truly see life again." From that day, Thomas practiced, slowly, patiently. He painted with his left hand. He joined a small group of stroke survivors. They met once a week to share tea, laughter, and stories, he told me later. My body changed, but my spirit didn't break. I live slower now, but deeper. My dear friends, stroke may be a hidden danger, but awareness turns it into a teacher. It teaches us to care, to slow down, to be mindful, to love this moment, this breath, this heartbeat. So tonight, before you go to sleep, place a hand over your chest. Feel that gentle rhythm. That's life, still flowing, still giving you another chance. Take care of it, honor it, live it well. And if this message touched your heart, please share it. Someone you love might need to hear it today. Until next time, stay gentle, stay grateful, and remember, your health is your quiet miracle. If you found peace in this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Together, we keep wisdom alive, one story at a time.